Hello, this is Herman. I will talk about geography. The concept of geography is perceived as being very broad and it can be described in various ways. Thus, there are adequate descriptions of geography, but although accurate ones. According to America's most trusted dictionary since 1828, geography is described as a science that deals with description, distribution, and interaction of diverse physical and biological and cultural features of Earth's surface. So basically, as it says, geography is a type of science that define and describe different factors that make up Earth's surface and how it works, such as physical and biological regions and its cultural features, where societies and human interaction and its resources take place and work together. There's a vast megatrend today that people talk about and discuss all the time. Basically, what this trend builds on is that really how people and societies changes. This mega super duper trend is called demographic and social changes. There are three core dynamics of that based on research and statistics. First of all, the population will increase. Second of all, we're living longer. And third of all, we're having fewer children. Based on statistics gathered from the UN Population Division and World Population Prospects from 2015. By 2030, the world's population will be predicted to rise by more than 1 billion. Different regions will have different changes along with its pace. Africa will be double its size and population by 2050, while Europe's population are anticipated to decrease. By 2050, the average age in Japan is predicted to be 53, while in Nigeria it will be 23. From what we've been taught in fundamentals of social sciences, together with the research from diverse sources, I am able to understand how to analyze and break this down to different components. These challenges are already confronting us today, therefore we need to act sooner than later. This revolution will require changes on a global scale. Advocating an aging population will need countries to look over the cooperation in the work industry from all ages and genders. Today, there is a heated debate about the younger population in labor. So, to embrace and live up to these critical social changes that the demographics create, we ask ourselves, should we give the younger population more responsibility in the different work fields? If we take a look at Nigeria's predicted age, 23, it's important to note that an increased population will only be beneficial if the jobs are there. That I would like to call a scarce resource. Job opportunities. Although, unfortunately, that applies on a global scale and not only locally. Another interesting collision with demographics is the megatrend climate change and resource scarcity. Due to the rising population among us, what we today call traditional or essential resources will decrease with a tremendous amount if we keep treating our planet and each other the same way we do today, although this can be changed. Research, which has been done over a long period and will keep doing so, that research proves the leading causes of the climate change we face today and what impact it has on us as a world society and our planet Earth. The studies point toward one particular reason which is behind this, that is animal agriculture. Animal agriculture is the by far leading cause of the destruction of our planet. Animal agriculture is responsible for 30% of Earth's clean water. It is accountable and is the leading cause of species extinction, deadly ocean zones, water and air pollution, and destruction of social environments. Responsible for up to 91% of Amazon destruction. The increased amount of scientists will openly proclaim the connection of their research findings with the need to eliminate animal agriculture and or promotion of entirely plant-based nutrition. This is an observation that spans all aspects of global depletion related to food choice, including the topics of loss of biodiversity and extinction species. This is said being resources in our Mother Earth. Data from NASA shows how 16 of our 17 past years are the hottest years. Note from experience and backed up by science, by choosing a plant-based diet will not only have a significant impact on our climate, people will live healthier and better, and also saving lives. How climate change can change societies and other aspects is from, for example, countries, cities, and communities which are located close to the ocean and that are vulnerable to coastal changes and droughts. This can lead to a severe change, for example, to humans and nature's health. It can affect infrastructure and transportation systems, and also, as described before, natural and essential resources such as energy, clean water, and food supplies can all become harmed for climate change. And there are some inequalities as well. Geographical scientists have not only been busy analyzing and figuring out our climate and social changes. Another important factor of what is essential to identify is the inequalities societies and individuals faces. A clear example of what geographical, economic, and resource inequalities we see today is the urban segregation between wealthier and poorer urban areas. Here, in poorer neighborhoods, we witness inequalities such as infrastructure, transportation, healthcare, and general services, like grocery stores. A study made by Chinese scientists published in May this year, where they initially selected a set of multi-dimensional indicators to measure the disadvantages of transportation. In this case, we're able to say that their findings and my hypotheses are analogous. To summarize all this, my personal belief is that I do not want to say what exactly should be done to hinder adverse changes to become bigger and stronger than they are today, although I do feel comfortable enough to state that for us, our children and grandchildren, for all of us to prevent changes such as climate change and later on stop it, we do need to think about our choices, what we do every day, and what we plan for the future. The evidence exists what the best thing to do on a personal level to change the climate to the better, it is to eat a plant-based diet. That is one of the things we're all able to do, because then we will not stand and just look how our world is collapsing. We're actually making a difference to the better.